can you believe it? Time for yet another Grand Tour to take place. In fact, it started yesterday, the Vuelta a Espana, with a very, in the end, eventful team time trial. The big favourites, Jumbo-Visma, effectively virtually the whole team coming down. I haven't even seen the crash yet myself. I had a day at Sevens rugby with my son yesterday. I haven't really caught up on everything yet. The result being that the big favourites lost a bit of time, guys like Roglic there as well, and we've seen a bit of a shake-up in the overall betting. Let's just start off with a quick look at the results of yesterday's stage, the classification. And Espana, who those of you on the Good for the Game forum will see, I tipped them for the team competition at 11-1 just a day or so ago. They're into 5-1 now. I mean, a long way to go in this competition, but a nice promising start for them. They weren't expected to win the time trial. I think you could get about 25-1 about their chances. Takeda Quickstep, they were very unlucky not to win. They actually were stopped from winning probably by a Jumbo-Visma car going back to pick up a bike or stopping to pick up a bike. And in fact, they nearly ended up in another dramatic accident. Very disturbing that if the Quick-Step guys had crashed there. Team Sunweb, good result for them. Good result for the likes of Wilco Kolderman. Only 5 seconds behind. And EF Education first. What a disappointment for the van on the Good for the Game forum. He backed them for a podium at 5-2. And my word, he came very close indeed. No massive losers on the day other than through the crashes, of course. UAE also crashing in that same corner. Lots of controversy. I haven't read up on it yet as to why the water was actually there, but we'll find that out in due time. What I have started reading up on is stage 2 and looking forward to getting stuck into that one. Just to mention from a video perspective, I don't guarantee I'll video preview each stage of the Vuelta, but certainly whenever it takes my fancy, I'll put something up. So if you are keen on cycling previews, and also for that matter, any sports betting previews, especially rugby heading into the World Cup, then please do subscribe to our channel down below. I'll also put a couple of useful links there, including the link to the Good for the Game forum thread, where we'll be placing bets daily. Right, let's move on to the outright betting. Then I'm going to go on to www.wsb.co.za. That's World Sports Betting. Here they've got a nice, easy menu to get to all the different markets. And here we've got Lopez now. Roglic was the favorite heading into yesterday's stage, and he's now 40 seconds or so behind Lopez. Lopez, who was the second favorite, has now moved into 11-10 from, I think, around about 9-4. And Roglic out from the 15-10 mark to 22-10. So a bit of a shake-up there. Not much else. Quintana 12-1, Valverde 18-1. No chance Valverde wins this race, in my opinion. Uran 18-1. Crushed by 20s, and Chavez, who I haven't backed yet, but he's my fancy at 22-1. I might just see how today goes before getting heavily involved. Can't see much happening today from a GC point of view, but there could be a chance the riders could show weakness or something like that. But I'll see. Maybe I'll back him straight away anyway. And going down the list, you can find your fancy there. Let's go on to stage 2 then. This is a typical Vuelta stage. The Vueltas, they don't attract a lot of sprinters, and there's an obvious reason why. They don't have a lot of straightforward sprint stages. And stage 2 of a Grand Tour you would expect to be for the sprinters. And unfortunately for them, it's not. Well, there's not a lot of sprinters in the field anyway. Just to mention to you, Will Newton, he's back. We followed him closely in the Tour de France with his brilliant Twitter threads. And you can go to @InsidePeloton96 and catch his stage 2 preview. You click on the thread and you literally just look at all the replies. He keeps his whole preview going underneath that. It's a really, really good read. He covers all sorts of things, throws in a bit of humor as well. And he's analyzed this stage. So let's have a look at the profile of the stage then. And I mean, here we have a Cat 2 climb, a Cat 3 climb early on. So a really hard start to the stage. And that means we could have quite a strong breakaway going away with a few climbers on board. And it's going to be hard to control the breakaway. I think the breakaway has a real chance today. Things sort of flatten out a bit after that. I would call it a rolling terrain. And then you hit this Cat 2 climb, which is around 3 kilometers at 9.5%. There's some ramps there that average over, I think, 14% for 1 kilometer. I mean, it's incredibly tough. And then that's sort of you've got about 30 kilometers to go there. So the sprinters are going to be absolutely taken out of the equation. The really tough ones might hope to survive. Being early in a Grand Tour, maybe the stage won't be ridden that aggressively. We'll have to see. But this is the Vuelta after all, and you've got to expect attacks to come. So the winner could come from the breakaway. The winner could come from a late breakaway. Or there is a chance that, we could have some sort of what would you call it, a reduced bunch sprint coming into the end. The end is very easy. There's certainly nothing technical there or anything like that. And, we're in for a hell of a stage. The Vuelta is certainly one of the best cycling tours to watch. And one way or another, we're going to get some proper racing today. Expect the likes of Tommy Tegent to be in the breakaway. But I do think that Quick Step, probably with their eye on the jersey, and possibly with the help of Espana, who I don't believe really want to defend the jersey for Lopez all the way through to Madrid. But I think they may help keep things in check. But on this final Cat 2 climb, if you are in position to watch the stage, make sure you're there when they start this climb. It's going to be absolute carnage, and it's going to be a great viewing indeed. Let's go on to the betting for the stage then. I'll stay on WSB here for now. They've got the stage 2 winner and matchups. Valverde, you can get, I think I've seen 8-1 about Valverde. Again, 12-1. Gilbert 14s. I personally do rate Valverde a runner here, but for me, he's not the rider he was. I'd be looking to oppose him. And going down the line here, so we've got a really open stage too. I mean, normally if this was a typical sprint stage, you'd have your favorite at 15-10 and your second favorite at 5-2. Certainly not the case here. This stage is wide open. I have had a look at the match plays. Nothing really catches my eye there. So let's go on to the Good for the Game forum. So this is our thread where we've got a number of punters that will come in each day and post their bets, including, of course, yours truly. Well, here are my bets. I'm going Philippe Gilbert at 14-1. I think the stage suits him well. It'll obviously be tough. Hopefully, Quick Step will try and keep things together to bring it back to a reduced sprint. And if you can shell all the sprinters, then Gilbert must have a chance. He's also the type of guy who could sneak away with a late break. He's 14-1. I'm going with a unit on him. Then I've got 2 half-unit bets. Aramburu, who has impressed as a real talent to watch. He's 25-1. And we've got Chris Sturdy's Fancy Bevan, who, by the way, also made it into Will Newton's sort of final list, if I can call it that. Managed to get 66-1 about his chances at Sunbet. He's generally around the 40-1 mark. A quarter unit Roach, I've only put him in there simply because Will did pick him for his selection, and I was amazed to see a triple-figure price there. And he also liked Mulberger, who I was also eyeing out. He's also 125-1. You can see what am I investing there, 2.5 units. Certainly not big investment early doors. I'm staying away from the match bets, but there's got to be every chance that we can get a big outsider arriving here, and what a nice way that will be to start the tour. Well, enjoy stage 2. I don't know what the coverage is like yet. I haven't checked on that, but I'm certainly hoping we get at least the final 2 hours of the stage. And it's been good chatting to you. Look forward to some more previews over the coming weeks. If you are a rugby fan, look out Monday night for our show, Use It or Lose It. We're going to be talking about some of the Northern Hemisphere teams' chances in the World Cup. Thanks to everyone, and we'll see you either tonight or in